Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about Grubhub payment delay. So if you are a relatively active driver or even more of a driver on Grubhub, you may have noticed that you did not get paid this morning. Sure, you got your weekly email, how much they paid you and the orders you took, etc., but you didn't get that deposit in your account for some reason. For some, this is scary because they may not make their bills this week because all their bills come in at the beginning of the month. For some, it's concerning because this may be the beginning of the end for Grubhub and not just a YouTube title to get clicks. And for some, it's an opportunity to rub salt in the wounds and go to your Facebook groups and go, that's why I use instant cash out every day because you never know. And to those people, shut up. So in this video, we are going over the reasons and what Grubhub is saying that the payment was delayed on their end, the concerning events that happened recently that led up to this event, and what you could do to protect yourself financially, because that's really what's important here. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. So with that said, let's get started. Payment delay for the week of April 24th. We recently noticed that you may not have received your weekly earnings for the week of April 24th through April 30th due to a system error. We are correcting the error and your earnings should be deposited into your driver account by the end of day tomorrow, May 5th. We apologize for any confusion this may have caused. Thank you for your patience. And if you did not get your payment yet either, you may just get it tomorrow. Who knows? I hope that we don't have any further delay, but I wouldn't be surprised anymore. But here's the thing. There have been a lot of events recently, not even just the fact that there are other options for food delivery. There are a lot of concerning events that have led up to the point to where we did not get paid today. And I wanted to talk about some of those events. CEO stepped down. Adam DeWitt was with the company for 11 years, and he was CEO for a short period of time. However, as of recently, he has stepped down as CEO. Whether it was by his choice or whether or not it actually was he was fired, who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I would like to say I love one of his last statements. It's hard to leave Grubhub, but it's the right time for me after 11 years. Yeah, talk about the right time. The company's falling apart, eh? And now, as of May 1st, Howard Midgall, who was the CEO of Skip the Dishes, which is another business that operated under the Just Eat Takeaways business model, has taken over Grubhub, which what a way to step into a new role. I come in and the first thing that happens is Grubhub drivers are just not being paid. Now, here's the major question for me. Did Adam DeWitt step down and leave the company because he was asked to leave? Did he leave because he saw this was coming? I don't know, but I think that this is a big red flag for me. Marketshare, not so good. So as we all know, Grubhub has been losing market share to Doordash and UberEats for a while now, and because of that, Grubhub currently has a 9% market share on all of the meal delivery sales that have happened in the United States as of March of 2023. They used to be among the best of the best with Grubhub. Now they're just getting absolutely annihilated by DoorDash with 65% market share and Uber Eats and Postmates with 25% market share. Honestly, this is a huge concern because now there's a chance that Grubhub drivers aren't even going to deliver on the Grubhub platform if they don't even know they're going to get paid at the end of the day. If Grubhub's having that much problem with cash flow, just say that. People are noticing a shrink in order flow. And this is not just a Grubhub thing. This is a general food delivery thing. They're noticing a shrink in not only the orders they are receiving, the number of orders, the overall volume, but they're also noticing the orders themselves are shrinking as well in terms of actual value. value for them. This has been popping up a lot in a lot of markets, and honestly, this is a level of stagnation that has been concerning for the food delivery industry as a whole. But who is going to feel that effect first? Grubhub's gonna feel it first in terms of order volume, then Uber Eats, then DoorDash, because right now Uber Eats and DoorDash are a little bit more diversified in terms of the orders they receive. You don't just get food delivery on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You can get retail delivery, you can get grocery delivery, you can get convenience store delivery, but overall, that's not completely the case for Grubhub. They're not diversified enough to handle that kind of cash flow problem. Now, whether or not you actually want to take those orders is a completely different story, but the point is that if there aren't enough orders to go around, this is going to end up being an app that goes on the back burner for a lot of drivers. But let's get to the major question. How do you protect yourself in the event that this happens? Diversify your gig portfolio. Now, you shouldn't put all of your eggs in one basket. You should have a very diversified gig portfolio. Now, a lot of people who are on Grubhub have even used Grubhub to diversify their gig portfolio, so they kind of knew that already. So they're probably already on DoorDash, they're probably already on Uber Eats, but have you thought about Instacart, Shipt, Walmart Spark, Viho, Deliver That, Delivered, Amazon Flex, Roadie, Dispatch, Curry. I can keep going, but the point is that there are plenty of apps out there, a lot of which I haven't talked about yet. So take some time every day, look into other gig apps and other gig opportunities that you can make money from. Develop an emergency fund. If something happens to any of these gig apps, it's not just Grubhub. It's best to have an emergency fund available to you just in case something happens to either Grubhub or maybe one of the apps that are a little bit more of a pillar app for you, as opposed to a secondary app. Most people say 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. I would actually argue lean towards 6 because you're operating on a variable income and you just want to be sure that you have the savings just in case. I hope that we don't have to worry about this and this is just a glitch in Grubhub's system, but I think being overly cautious in this way is going to be very important. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Start a side business and invest. Like I said a billion times on this channel, the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not the goal. And this is a major reason why you don't know what's going to happen to these companies. Whether it's the fact that they're not paying us for whatever reason, or whether or not the government steps in to do something to us as far as our freedom as gig workers, because that's a concern for us too. So it's important for you to find a way to keep the money coming in with something more stable and better for long-term purposes. In my opinion, you want to look for something that is scalable and will make you money independently from your activity. Usually I recommend YouTube because it's the fastest growing small business model at the moment, but can also be a blog, an online store, maybe you're flipping items, print on demand, real estate, stocks, rental properties, the list goes on. But the point is that you don't have to rely on the stability of these companies and for them to be efficient enough to pay you on time in the long term, because you don't know what's going to happen. Reevaluate your current gig portfolio. Look, if this event showed us one thing, you really don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know if this is going to be a consistent problem with Grubhub as a whole. Maybe Grubhub needs to drop down some spaces in your gig portfolio in terms of priority. Maybe it needs to stop being a pillar app and start being a secondary app because it's just not as reliable for paying you now. Maybe it needs to go on the back burner entirely. Or maybe this doesn't really affect you at all because you're the guy who says, I use instant cash out every day. And again, shut up. Not just Grubhub either. Maybe you need to steer away from food delivery and add some other niches. Grocery delivery, catering, package routes. Maybe you step away from delivery overall and get into photography or maybe freelancing on Fiverr or Upwork. The point is to have such a strong sense of financial stability you never have to think about money with a scarcity mindset again. If Grubhub isn't gonna pay you properly, these other apps will. Consider instant cash out. I know I keep telling the guy who is like, that's why I use instant cash out to shut up, but that's because he may have a point. These things are never actually a problem until it is, and it's these situations that really raise a point. Grubhub has a delay in payment. DoorDash deactivates you and withholds the payment you're supposed to get. That's actually happened to Uber, Lyft, Phoenix, and Bud Soda. Sure, Bud Soda ended up getting his $2,000 from that, but Uber, Lyft, Phoenix has yet to be paid. And you don't want to rely on the concept that other people are gonna do the right thing by you at the end of the day, because heck, you don't know if they're gonna do the right thing by you at the end of the day. And there's a lot of stories that take place in the gig economy on more personal levels and even on mass levels. Truth be told, it makes me wonder if it makes sense to do instant cash out for all of my gig apps if this is how they're gonna operate. Because, you know, if it's Grubhub, it may end up being DoorDash and Uber Eats in the future too. And maybe you're like, all right, but I'm not willing to spend $1.99 on Fast Pay and 50 cents on instant cash out and 25 cents on Uber every time I want to cash out. I just want to cash out and that's it. Fine, maybe consider getting Dasher Direct or the Uber Pro card and then just transfer from there to your bank if that's what you want to do. And I don't know if Grubhub has a version of these cards as well. I gotta look into that. But the point is that Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, they're not holding your money. You're just getting your money before they have to have a delay in payment. You know what I mean? The point is you get your money as soon as possible and not risking that the people in charge of paying you at the end of the day are gonna do right by you. Because in this case, we don't know if this was just a glitch in their system or they're running out of money and they just need to withhold the payments one more time. Our bills are coming in first of the month. The same may apply to them. We don't know if they're just broke or not. But let me ask you, did I miss anything? Is there another perspective on why this may have happened that I did not cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody is financially stable because they know what is going on with the delay in payment and how to protect themselves at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.